Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys? This is your girl, Dr. T. It is 5 o'clock or a little bit after. I am coming to you to say hello, hello, hello. If you are watching and you're joining us, let me know where you are watching from and just a little household rules that if you like anything that you're hearing today, then press value in the comments. So, welcome. This is your girl, Dr. T. I am coming to you today. We're still talking about the art of courage and how that is affecting our lives and our businesses. So, a little bit about myself is I am an optometrist, mom, a wife, and I've been in practice for over 22 years. And I have created an amazing place called Sustain Your Biz Academy, which we may be revamping soon. And we're just trying to manipulate some things so that we can improve on how we service you. So, the purpose of Sustain Your Biz Academy is to help those that are in the health and wellness and optometry field to be able to sustain their business. And this is a perfect topic today because we are living in the pandemic time, and some of us are a little fearful of where our lives and our futures are headed. So I wanted to dig deep today and to also encourage you to don't give up, but we're going to list some things on what you can do to really look at how you are going to sustain your life and your biz. So let's get started. Don't forget to tell me where you are watching from and say hello in the chat. Say, hey, girl, what's up? Say, hey, Dr. T, what's up? I would love to hear from you. So today's topic is, don't throw in the towel. Like, are you fearful of where you are today in your business? Are you fearful of where this is going, and how uh, you are going to make it through, right? And if you watched any of my feeds before, you will understand that I specifically am now gearing toward how you can build and motivate yourself so that your fear as an entrepreneur does not trickle down to your staff, to your family, and things of that nature. Because I've fallen into that, right? And so some of the tips that I'm using, I think, are going to be of benefit. So, one of the things that you need to do when you're fearful, number one, about either starting a business, and that's what I wanted to talk about, even in the times of pandemic, even in times of disasters, this is where entrepreneurs thrive because you have to be mindful that if you have an entrepreneur mindset, you have the go getter mindset. You have the mindset that failure is not an option. Correct me if I'm wrong. So if you have a, let's do this type of attitude and that you're not going to fail, put not fail in the comment because you're not going to fail. I'll tell you why. I told my staff at the beginning of this, we are going to do everything that we can to not fail. We're not failing in this season at no shape, form, or fashion. So here's the first tip of getting over what's going on today, and I know that you're probably feeling that. That's why I, want to talk about it because I'm feeling it too, right? So how are we getting along in our businesses and our practices, and how can we move forward? Number one, find an anchor in your business, aka a belief, right? Or what keeps you moving in your practice, right? So entrepreneurship and faith kind of go hand in hand. If you don't believe that, I want to argue with you on that. You have to have the go getter mindset, and you know that you are not going to let this go. Why? Because it's your family is dependent on it and your staff is depending on it, right? So if you have this mindset, you will continue to thrive in the midst of some negative stuff, right? If you agree with me, put that in there. So I know for me, I can go back and I can tell you that, Proverbs 3, 5, and 6, right? I can do all things. So if you have that in mind, or whatever you may have in your faith realm, use that to keep you going, right? Then the second thing is, you know, you have to. Let me go back. I'm reminded during this season, if you watch some of the news, like some of the restaurants that have failed, that have closed, the staff were let go. But guess what? They came back to help, even though they weren't getting paid. So if you have created a culture in your office space, regardless of whether or not you're furloughing your staff or whether or not you let them go, there might be a glimpse of hope in there, that one of your staff is gonna be like, listen, doc, or listen, boss, listen, Mr. Smith, I'm just gonna come back regardless because I'm tired of being home. That may be that glimpse of hope that's gonna say, hey, thank you for being there. Thank you for wanting to help. I know I can't pay you right now, but thank you for wanting to help. Right? So if you already established the culture that you are still within the realm of taking care of your staff, that is not technically all about business when it should be, right? But if you have created and used some of the steps that I've already talked about, maybe you need to implement them, right? So implement talking with your staff and seeing what they can give up and what they can help with, and moving up the ladder a little bit to be able to help in this time. Okay, so you're going to have to dig deep and go into your place and figure that out. All right, so find an anchor in your business, aka what's your belief. Number two, increase your knowledge. So sometimes we are so fearful of the unknown. I get it. I've been there. You don't know, but increase your knowledge. So increase your COVID information. Increase what what others are doing. Ask. Don't be afraid to ask. Like, what are you doing? Some people may say, I don't even know. Well, maybe y'all both can work together and figure it out, right? So stop that. And then what you may have to do then is to say, sorry about the phone. So what you may have to do then is to create a platform for yourself to be able to say, hey, I need to find the information. So you may have some time on your hand. You may have to start doing some research on your own, okay, to find out what are the next steps that you can take. And you know what I say to this? You may be the one to develop an answer. You may be that one to develop an answer. Why? Because as entrepreneurs, what are we doing? We are trying to figure out a solution to a problem. So increase your knowledge. So fear has no power when you are knowledgeable. Let me repeat that. Fear has no power when you are knowledgeable. So if you understand that, you will win. Okay? Because what is my motto? I'm here to help you win in this season. Winning means welcoming in the new you, investing in yourself, and to never give up on you. So invest, take a class, try to figure it out. There's some other things that you can look up to be able to help you in this time. So then the third thing is, as I've always been talking about, is find your tribe. Figure out who has your back, because there may be people that you think have your back and they don't, but there may be others that may listen. We need to come together and we need to figure this out. Right? So if this is adding value to what I'm saying, because you're fearful now about your business and where it's going, add V, right? If you think that there's a glimpse of hope, type hope in the bottom, type hope. So the first thing that I talked about is finding an anchor in your business. Like, what drove you to become this entrepreneur? What drove you to become a doctor? What was your drive, to push you to open up your practice? And if you are wanting to start your own practice, right? What's your drive? Do it. Don't be afraid. Do it. Okay? Faith and entrepreneurship have to go hand in hand. So produce that in your life. Figure it out. Write it down. Do something. Figure it out. I'm pushing you to do it, right? Then the the second thing is increase your knowledge. So listen, I'm revamping, right? I'm in front of you talking about how to sustain your business. I didn't think that I would ever be in front of people like this, right? So this is adding value not only to myself, to you, and to my business, right? Because I'm figuring out, hey, I know that there are solutions and strategies of sustainability. And being a sustainable business coach allows me to be able to to help you in your trajectory. And the operative word is you. I'm not conforming to industry standards. I am that coach that's going to be able to say, what exactly do you need? How do you want to get there? And let me give you the strategies and the push to be able to make it happen. Because why? Your business is unique. You're unique, and you're the only one that's going to be able to push yourself through to be that entrepreneur that you can be. Of course, with a coach. What do coaches do? They train you, they push you, and they guide you, and they're there for you. That's what coaches do. I'm of the coaching mentality, almost like in sports, right? We're gonna be this together. We're gonna be in this together, and we're going to make it happen. Okay. Now the thing about it is, as an entrepreneur, you may fail. Okay. You may fail. But that's what makes us stronger as entrepreneurs, because we then go back to the drawing board and find out why we failed. And knowing that we failed, we want to do better. So in this season, know that whatever you're trying to make happen, don't think that because you failed at it, it is not a line of success. You know how many times people started businesses and failed in their business and now they're millionaires? You don't know how many times that they started. I even liken it to be a scientist. I love science. That's why I became an eye doctor. I love research, right? So in times of this, what do scientists do? They keep testing things out. And if it fails, they start all over and see at what point did it fail. I know for me, I'm of the most importance is your staff. You have to make sure that your staff is in line. 25% of your income, if your staff is not doing what they're supposed to be doing, is where your business loss is. So I'm just putting that out there in this time, in this season. It may be even important for you to look at your staff, right? And if you go to Med is My Biz, go over to the Facebook group, you'll find that out. We have a course on how to monetize your front desk. Okay, let me find that for you. We talk about those things. So if you go here and you go to the website, you'll be able to see the membership and you'll be able to go in and take some of the classes. Okay. So the last thing I want to talk about is your support. I've talked about this before. It is important for you to make sure that you have an amazing support system. Who's going to be with you as you climb that mountain? I know the Bible says you pray and the mountain move, but sometimes you got to climb that mountain. In my course that will be coming up, The Art of Courage, that will probably be coming up in a couple of weeks, that we will be going over some of the steps to make sure that you're still climbing the mountain, right? So who's going to be there to help you? Who's going to coach you? Because sometimes that mountain is not going to move. And you're going to have to will it to move, and you're going to have to will it to make sure that you're doing what's necessary to make that happen. So, what do we talk about? I don't want you to give up. I don't want you to give up. I don't want you to say no to your business. I don't want you to say no to your life. I don't want you to say no to what you have poured out. And although we're in this pandemic season, me too, I could easily say, I don't want to do this anymore. I can easily say, I don't want to practice anymore. I can easily say it, but I'm not, because I've worked too hard for 22 years to do so. I have sustained my practice with what I have, and I've made the strides and the movement so that I can stay in business. Okay, so go over to Med is My Biz, the Facebook group. Join us. It's an amazing group of individuals, and I'm revamping Sustain Your Biz Academy, and that revamp will be put in Med is My Biz because we are going to funnel a lot of this stuff so that we can be cohesive and we can be able to help as many entrepreneurs as we can, especially those that are in the optometry field and in health and wellness industry. Because I'm going to be providing you with sustainable coaching solutions to your business. So I want you to head over there now, and it's free membership until tomorrow. So you need to get in on the ground floor. We're building. And I'm not saying no, we're building. So I don't want you to throw in the towel just yet. And don't stop in the middle of the road. Okay? Don't stop in the middle of the road. When nothing else is sure, everything is possible. So when you have uncertainty, there's possibilities. I know it's hard. People around you might think that you're not going to prosper and you're not going to do well. You can still do it. Okay, you can still keep moving forward. Then you also have to be mindful of the fact that, when you stop in the middle of the road, you're stopping your journey. You're stopping your journey to your success. So don't give up. Don't stop. Keep moving. If you have to backtrack a little bit and look at the things that you need to do, let me help you with that. Okay, go in there and we can say, where do you think the line stopped? Where do you think the journey stopped? So that we can take what was successful, and we tweak and we move it and we keep it moving. That's how I work. I go in and I find what doesn't work, and I do what? Let me give you the 3. I find my anchor. My anchor is Jesus Christ. I'm a Christian, and I find my anchor, right? Sometimes you got to go in the Word if you need to go in the Word. Number 2, increase your knowledge. If you don't know something, find a book, go on Amazon, call a friend, go to your networks of people. That's where you need to be. Okay. And then lastly, go with your tribe, because if you can't reach me, you're going to have to and if you got to cry, you just got to cry, because I've been there, right? But you got to go and you got to release that, because your tribe is going to be there for you because they want to see you succeed. That tribe can be the mother, your church, your pastor, your mom, your dad, your mom who's always been there for you, a friend, that's saying you got this, right? Find that person for you, because you can do this. And I keep trying to tell you, stop looking at other people, right? I just told you that as an entrepreneur, that's what we do. We find a solution to a problem and we run with it and we try it out even if we failed. I just read an article of somebody, they created 8 businesses. 8. 4 of them failed. But they created their business because they wanted to continue to help people or be in industry. So don't give up on yourself. Don't throw in the towel. Don't stop in the middle of the road, because your journey is still there. You want to continue in what you started. Okay? You don't want to give up on yourself. You don't want to give up on your business. If you got to pull back, you pull back and you regroup. You look at yourself in the mirror and you tell yourself today, I'm not throwing in the towel just yet, and I'm not stopping in the middle of the road. Because how many times have I been told that I can't, and I didn't have the support, that I found the support that I needed, and I kept moving. I would not be in business for this long had I not utilized those 3 things, right? Finding your anchor, increasing your knowledge, go back to school, take a couple of classes. Like I took some business classes, because optometry school and medical school, they don't take business classes. I'll give you a resource. This is free. The Small Business Administration. I'm giving you a free tip right now. Okay. The Small Business Administration has plenty of free programs for entrepreneurs. Don't think that the Small Business Administration is a negative. They have help for you. Okay. So go to the SBA, look at some of the things that they have for you. I took part in the Emerging Leaders Program. That was like a mini MBA on steroids. That was tough. And I did it all while going in between volleyball and seeing patients and doing whatever, creating business plans. And guess what I found out in the midst of all of that? I was on the right track, but I needed to get another accountant, right? I didn't have the right accountant. So find out more, gain knowledge, right? Because what did I say? Knowledge knowledge is power, which beats fear. Okay, the more you know, I can go on about that, right? And then lastly, your tribe. So make sure you do that, you know, as your professional coach, as your business coach, as your life coach. That's what I'm here to do. I am here to push you through and make sure that what you succeed, because this is your girl, Dr. TOD, and I'm passionate about this. And I know it probably came out today because I don't like no. And if you saw my post earlier today about being in another journal, that's big for me. Being in the Journal of Ophthalmology in Canada, like, who can say that? I can, because probably a lot of people can, but as a Black female, and for people that told me even in undergrad, even in high school, that I would never be a doctor because I was Black and female, that wasn't going down for me. I already knew what was in my spirit. So what's in your spirit, that's your anchor. That's what's going to keep you on your trajectory. That's your anchor. Anchor. And I could sing the song Anchor in the Lord, right? But you may not be Christian. But I'm saying, put it in your soul. Whatever you have, that's number one. You have a business inside you. Let it happen. Listen, you can even go online today. Go Google it. How many companies were started in the war? How many companies were started in the recession? How many companies were started and are still in business today? So stop looking at everybody else. Keep doing what you're doing because you're doing a good job. You're doing good. Just don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on the things that you know that you want to do. Okay. This is why I created Sustain Your Business Academy, because I don't want anybody else to give up on themselves. I don't want you to give up, right? Because why? I want you to show up as a CEO. I want you to be the boss, babe, be the boss that you can be. Right? Even if you got to pull back. So go to Med is My Biz, go to the Facebook group, join that group, get your free membership today. It's going to end tomorrow and the membership is going to go up. But I'm going to figure out another way to make things work for you. But I really, really want you to go on there and look at some of the classes that are already launched. At Sustain Your Business Academy, already launched. It is for you to take. Like, we got, how to monetize your front desk. That's one, right? And then you can just go right here to bit.ly/SYBA Dr. TOD. You'll see the other classes. And even with the free membership, like I said, you'll get my ebook called Believe It and Achieve It, Your Why. Get that. It's a free membership. You get my ebook because I want you to succeed in this season. I don't want you to fail. And even if you do fail, that's not a negative. Stop thinking that failure is a negative. I just told you, you can Google how many entrepreneurs, how many billionaires have failed. And they just was like, yo, we're going to keep it moving. So Keep it moving. Keep it moving. That's what I got to tell you today. Join up. Join up now because August is going to be totally different. Got something in my throat. August, I got so hyped. August is going to be totally different. Excuse me, y'all. August, it's a whole nother trajectory. So sign up. I'm just so excited right now because I'm really trying to encourage you not to give up. I really want you to succeed, and just be that entrepreneur that you want to be. So I thank you for your time. Something got in my throat. I need you to sign up. I need you to go to SYBA free membership right now. Get off of here and go. Then I want you to sign up, be a member of Med is My Biz, learn some more tips and strategies. I'm just hyped about this. I really, really want to coach you in becoming the entrepreneur that you can be. All right. So this is your girl, Dr. T, with Sustain Your Business Academy, and Med is My Biz. I have created Sustain Your Business Academy. Why? Because I want to provide you with sustainable solutions to your business. And I want you to win in the season. Winning means welcoming in the new you, investing in yourself, and to never give up on you. I'll see you tomorrow at 5. Bye.